Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on this Sunday, guys. It's, on this channel, it's Tesla Sunday. So later on, we will come to the YouTube world with a daily vlog, which will be Tesla Sundays. And then obviously we will also have tonight's stream about Tesla Sundays. So make sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you're new here, make sure also to thumb up. This is always appreciated directly in the beginning. And there's a couple of things that you should know here on this format. So breaking news is always, in the beginning of the day for all of us. And I want you be prepared for next week. And obviously we are looking now slowly into the Q3 earnings. And now the Q3 earnings will be quite interesting because it's the first quarter where we are out of the lockdown periods, and also the expectations are quite low, which is a good thing because it's always about expectations and beat the expectations. So once you having the expectations low, you can basically say that it could be a very good pushing another factor to bring the bulls up on Wall Street, and we can see further fuel for the year-end rally. Now let's have a look into the market, where we will start next week. So the S&P is somewhere around 3,477 points, the Dow Jones at 28,586, and the Nasdaq at 11,579 points. Now, if you would ask me, we would have a huge health crisis. We're having huge unemployment. We still don't have a solution for that. Would you say that the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq would be that high? I would say never, guys, okay? But here we are, and almost at new records highs. So, it's just the power of sheer money and the optimism that going into that. And obviously there's no courses or no informations how this will develop for next week. The only one that you can actually check, it's the one here on IG. If you are just putting in weekend Wall Street, then you can see how futures are getting traded in terms of kind of financial products, and it gives you a little of idea how the market can open tomorrow. But again, this is just a small thing that I'm using just to see where it can go. Obviously when it's here flat, anything can happen, but if you see here a huge negative or a huge positive, then you can see where the people tending to lean on to which side, long or short. Now, let's dive directly in. I would like to show you that the starting of the earnings season Q3 will be obviously again the banks. So on Tuesday we will have JP Morgan as well as the Citigroup, and so as you can see here on the graphic, which is quite great, the S&P 500 Q3 earnings look bad, but not as bad as Q2. So the estimations are minus 21% year over year. So you can see here the optimism is quite low. And the estimations for Q4 stays low, as same as it was in Q1. So all in all, the people are thinking that the overall earnings are bad. So if we are having beats all around, that this will definitely fuel the market, because there's obviously these innovators that profit from whole the crisis, like for example Tesla, right, selling as many cars as never before, Beyond Meat selling as many alternative meat products like never before, and so on and so forth. So you can see that those companies are really benefiting from that. I think also Amazon will have a huge quarter. So this will be very, very interesting. And now we're going into the holiday quarter, right? So companies like Peloton, Amazon, and so on will benefit very, very heavily from that. Now, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, then make sure to do that, because I'm posting there also daily. Wolf of Dubai Danny, very easy to type in right now in your Instagram. Press the follow button and you will be informed, and don't miss any content that I'm posting there as well. Then we having Trump officially considered a transmission, no longer a transmission risk to others. Therefore, he will join the public events and he will, mix up with some groups. So it was quite fast, I have to say, for a person that is, in the risk group. And he's a little bit overweight, and I think he's not a person that is doing a lot of sport or whatsoever. So I really like that it went so fast for him. Obviously, he got the very best treatment that is out there, and people will ask for the same. So I think a very interesting trade is Regeneron, which has the antibody cure that Trump used as well. So this will be definitely something that I will look into it in the next couple of days. Then we are having something that is, more 2020. As you know, 2020 was the year of digitalization, right? And if you are thinking about, okay, banks, money, how is the digitalization going on? And obviously, things like Bitcoin came out, or other cryptocurrencies. So you see here also central banks are weighing in on their digital currencies and what they could look like. So more and more banks are looking into that. I'm super interested into that as well, because it will show us that also the government is looking obviously into something in the digital currency world, based most probably on Bitcoin, on blockchain. So with the big example of Bitcoin and how people stored their value there. Other than that, we have Daimler. Same like other traditional car manufacturers, having a huge problem, obviously, because in this crisis now they have to invest into the new business, which is electric car manufacturing or electric car. And on the other side, you having this traditional car business is going hugely down. So a huge challenge for all the traditional car manufacturers out there. And Daimler, a labor chief, says that European lawmakers should focus exactly on the car charging infrastructure as aggressively as they seek to lower carbon dioxide emissions. And I totally agree, because to make this electric car movement really, really viable, you need to obviously have a lot of charging stations, right? This is one of the first things people are asking. Okay, if I purchase a car, where do I charge it? If I don't have a home, if I live in an apartment building, then this is the big question. And I'm sure there's so many people very, very interested into a Tesla or other car companies' electric vehicles fleet, and saying, well, I will wait a little bit because there's no charging station. Obviously, there is a huge example that Tesla did and said, we will just do our own charging stations, which was, very, very profitable, obviously. Then we are having a next big IPO, a Chinese IPO, the Ant Financial. I like how Chinese companies always have the small animated icons. This is always fun. It's basically, prior to that it was known as Alipay. It's a source of Alibaba, of Jack Ma, the founder and ex-CEO of Alibaba, which was the Chinese Amazon, so to say, and much more. And they are going to have their IPO, and there are some US government officials that saying, no, let's try to limit it or try to see to not make it that big or so ever, but they have obviously not that big chances to limit that. Then, guys, don't forget, in the upcoming week, on Tuesday, we have a big Apple event and I will live stream that. So if you're interested into the new iPhones, if you're interested into the new presentation of Apple, if you're interested into the stock, we will look in all of that on Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific daytime, so stay tuned for that. And follow me on my second channel, guys. Next week, starting tomorrow, there will be content on my second channel, okay? Wolf of Dubai 2, subscribe, ring the bell. You will have daily content there as well, so make sure do not miss that. And we start with our very beloved show, the Beyond Meat Mondays on the second channel. I'm looking super much forward, and I hope you too, and I hope you have a fantastic Sunday. And I see you later for Tesla Sundays, for the vlog, obviously in a couple of hours, plus obviously also for the live stream later on. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I wish you all the best. Take care.